What's going on, everyone? Today we are back with some more Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. As you know, COUR 3 is coming back next week. I cannot wait to see what it holds. I mean, we left off with a huge cliffhanger in COUR 2, so I'm excited to see that continuation with the fight of Ichibe and yhwach. And from the trailer, there is definitely a lot to expect from this COUR here. And what better to do than give some predictions. I mean, I have some papers right here. You know, this Bleach shit gets serious, so let's jump right into it. If you really think about it, what we have witnessed so far from 1000-Year Blood War is exactly like the 2016 NBA Finals. And before you call me crazy, just hear me out. So let's say in this circumstance, the Quincy's are the Warriors and the Shinigami are the Cavaliers. COUR 1, the Quincy's completely overpower steamroll the Shinigami. That's the 3-1 lead right there. And then in COUR 2, Shinigami's adapt. You know, they knew what the Quincy's were about. They were getting right in the Royal Palace, all of that. They made it even. They definitely won that exchange in COUR 2. And then we tie that 3-3. Now, COUR 3, COUR 4, that's Game 7. And we know how Game 7 went. Literally a fight till the end. It was down to the wire. Blocked by James. You had Kyrie step back in Curry's face. Unforgettable series right there, bro. I miss watching basketball in the day, bro. That shit was fucking peak back in the day. Like Heat for Spurs. But besides the point. Okay. We closed out with Ichibe versus yhwach. Great fight. Ichibe completely manhandled him. Made yhwach look like a youngin out there. He was schooling him. And in the trailer we saw he got the Soul King's power again. And Ichibe is a very big obstacle. And yhwach, I don't see Ichibe dying. But I feel like it has to happen for the story to continue. Because Ichibe could leave, but I feel like he's always gonna haunt yhwach because he could always come back, you know what I mean? So he either has to just completely disengage from the fight or die. Like, I feel like it's kind of the time where he showed what he's capable of, but now what else does he have to him? You feel me? But I also don't see him dipping just because, you know, his comrades put so much on the line. Their sacrifice for Senjumaru and him, like, come on. But I think we saw him sitting down in front of that like orange tube thing, and if I'm not mistaken, if I'm thinking about the scene correctly, that's the thing that like launches you in the sky and down and whatever. So who knows what's gonna happen with him. But we did see Ichigo and yhwach fight once again, which I'm very excited. Ichigo's on a different level, completely like that gets a good Juji show. A new move out of him was OP. Very OP. I think this also means he has a new bankai, which I'm looking forward to. And I just want to see how he compares to yhwach now. But yhwach's going to be in that OP Soul King power state or whatever. So he's going to be on a different level now. So it could end up the same exact way. But I hope it's like a 50-50 like back and forth. But we'll just have to see. We did get like another shot of them like face to face when they clashed blades. It was honestly the same exact shot we saw in that first fight between the two. But it was just, instead of like a red coloring, it was like, I think blue and yellow. But we also have Senjumaru with all the royal guard in the bankai. I'm pretty sure they all escaped. I'm gonna be real. Like, I think I saw them all standing together. And I think that goes back to the medallion. We saw yhwach, I forgot even how that shit happened. Like, a medallion went outside the womb and he teleported out. And then he was running the fade with Ichibe. So, I think that's how they get out. I think Ishida was still in it. So, I think he's 1v1ing Senjumaru, which I can't wait to see that. I feel like Senjumaru, we didn't really see too much of her. That bankai was phenomenal though. So, I'd love to see more of her. And especially Ishida. And I feel like they're slowly just teasing Ishida more and more to us. Because he's really the golden boy of the Quincy's. Like, now he's a successor, he's playing a big factor, and now he's getting more screen time to show what he's truly about. Like, I still remember to this day with Kilge versus Ichigo in COUR 1, he was really hyping up Ishida. I forgot what he was saying, but he was basically making it sound like Ishida, he's got something that we don't know about. And I'm pretty sure he's like technically the last like OG Quincy. So he's got to have some type of special power. So we got to look forward to that. The Visored and Yoruichi and Urahara. I've been waiting to see Urahara. Like, I feel like out of the whole show, we really haven't seen Urahara at all. And, or maybe I just can't recollect it. Like, okay, we saw him early Bleach, train Ichigo, shit like that. Then whenever Yoruichi, Urahara, and Ishin, they were fighting Aizen. But even then I feel like we didn't see what he's truly about. And then I saw him fight in like a filler arc. There's just so much about Urahara we know. Like, he was a captain. He's such a brilliant mind, and he's like super strong, right? But we just haven't seen it displayed. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Urahara is about. And Yoruichi, we saw her fight Soifon back in the day. The whole Shunko, like, I forgot what it was, like armor. It wasn't even armor. It's just like so you don't get hit as hard. I don't even remember, but I'd love to see some hand-to-hand combat with her too. And then the Visored. I love Shinji, man. I want to hear that OST once again. The new little R&B type shit, you know what I'm saying? So we also did see the Soul King's tower broke, and I don't know how that happened. I assume it's probably Aizen or Yuaba behind it. I want to say more Aizen though. I feel like that could really bring a grand entrance for him, and it could just be a great like aha moment, like I'm back bitches, or some shit like that. But I feel like he was the first one that talked about the Soul King that we knew of, right? And then Yuaba, like Aizen was talking about it in OG Bleach. Yuaba, I guess he got introduced in 1000 Year Blood War, and we heard it once again. But I feel like since like Aizen should be the one to start off the whole Soul King rebellion where he's getting attacked and shit, because they both have the same goal, but it's almost like Yuaba was stealing his thunder with it. So that's how I want like Aizen to get his like throne back, like, oh, this was my goal, I'm gonna do it before you on some petty shit to Yuaba. Because I mean, they did have that discussion in the prison, all that. It looks like Grimmjow is pulling back up to the scene, which I'm definitely hyped to see him. He's definitely top 3 at Spada for me, for sure. But the thing is, I don't know where he fits, like who he fights or what. So I guess we'll just have to see that. But I would say he probably I don't see him fighting a Royal Guard, but I feel like he fights someone down below. Like, I could see him fighting someone like Bazz-B. I feel like they got the same personality. They both have that like crash out personality where they're gonna just start tweaking, and they're always down for action, you know what I'm saying? Another thing we did see in the trailers was a very cool shot of Ishida and then Mayuri. And I don't know if that was done on purpose or what. This made me assume that there might potentially be a throwdown between the two, which I would love to see. You know Mayuri wants that get back so bad against him, because Ishida did him so dirty when he was a youngin. You feel me? I'd love to see that fight once again, because of course Mayuri has prepared heavily and he's definitely got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, but Ishida has definitely also improved a lot too. And I also do think we see a fight with Ichigo and Ishida. I mean, in the opening, we saw that like little guitar scene, and then the violin or whatever, and then they went at it. And we saw in that opening there was a bunch of hints behind a lost slice of life shots, and we gotta see some type of fight. Like, those two are parallels, which I think is really cool. Like, they got introduced so early. They literally are the same person almost, in the fact that, you know, they lost their mother at a young age, and then they grew up with some type of power system. They still got their pops in their lives, and they were dogs back in their day. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? Hopefully Ryukin and Ishin join the fight. I feel like they would be unbiased though. They wouldn't be on like a Quincy or Soul Reaper side. They would more, I feel like they would be more of like a father figure trying to like convince their sons to not, I wouldn't say not be in the fight. I feel like they would just let them rock. Like, they're older now. Just let them do them. Just don't get injured too badly. But I honestly am excited to see what they do. I don't know. The first time I ever saw Ryukin, you know, he looked cool as hell. Got the like gray hair, the glasses. Cool ass dad, you know what I mean? But I would love to see more out of him. I would love to see him, you know, throw down with some people and see what he's truly about. Overall, I think that's all I really had for my predictions, but I hope I was making sense and it didn't sound like a bunch of nonsense. I guess till next week. I'll see you guys bright and early on Saturday. Thank you guys all for watching. I'll catch all of you in the next one. Peace out.